Hey guys, welcome back to Seller Sessions. Today I bring in Kevin King, Athena Serveri, Brandon Young, Steve Simonson, and we're just waiting on Lee Van Hirschkorn. And today we're going to be talking about SellerCon because in a few days' time there's going to be 2,000 plus people descending onto Las Vegas. Everyone obviously is going to go to the event, SellerCon itself. There's a good lineup there of people, but everyone on the call, it relates to around the fringe or the side events that take place, which is a really important factor, you know, building relationships and stuff. So we already know that Helium 10's parties on Thursday night. I'll put some links in the show notes for this. And then Friday, Brandon will talk about his event. And then on Saturday, you've got Evelyn Demirov. He's got a Orange Hat meetup between 5 and 7, I think. Steve's got a private event, which is invite only. Nudge, nudge. And then Kevin, you're going all out Vegas style in the evening, and then you're closing the curtains down on Sunday, Athena, aren't you? So
I am.
Everyone's going to need to get a new liver when they return home.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, Danny. I mean, this event draws Amazing.com, who puts on the SellerCon event, is the biggest training group in probably in the world, and especially in the United States in this space. And so this event draws the most Amazon sellers of any event out there. You know, you have lots of events here and there that have 100 people, 50 people. You know, you have one like the Prosper Show gets up into the low thousands, but nothing draws a couple thousand like this does. So you have a lot of people that are coming that are looking to actually learn, and they're going to the sessions. But because Amazing goes so far back in time, and you know they're one of the originals kind of in this how to sell private label space, they've got a lot of old school people that have been very successful, that have known each other from other events, and that have the have done well and have the money to come and play. So what happens is you have a lot of fringe stuff, like you're saying, where, I mean, I'm looking at my schedule and it's like 5 days of nonstop dinners and parties.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much of the event I'll actually see. You know, there's a few people I actually definitely want to go see, but it's more about the networking and more about the kind of just letting loose and having fun with other people who understand what you do and are kind of you relate to really well, and that also have the means. You know, you go out sometimes with your friends or family, and you know they might be a little bit more on a budget or might not have the same means or as you, and you put a bunch of successful people together that are all successful in the same space and can talk the same shop. It can get pretty crazy and some really late nights, and like you said, the need for a new liver.
Yes. Well, do you want to kick off and for Helium 10's event, do you want to explain a bit about that on Thursday? There are some tickets left. As I said, I'll put some all the ones links in the show notes.
SellerCon starts on Friday. It's Friday through Sunday is the actual official event. But the night before, Thursday, Manny and Guy have got like the 52nd floor of the Palms Casino, some bar or lounge or something up there. It holds, I think, 400 people. Mm-hmm. So they're expecting 400 people. It's first several drinks are free, and it's going to be pretty cool. And so they've got for the VIPs, they have a party bus that's going out beforehand, picking everybody up about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and hitting the ice bar. I'm going to the ice bar and taking everybody for a drink over there. And then they're going over to the Heart Attack Grill, which is like if you weigh over a certain amount, you eat for free, and everything there is like 6,000 calories and stuff. It's and then heading to the place. So that's going to be a pretty cool event. And you know, it's they got a huge crowd coming for that. So if you're out there for that, I think last he told me there might have been 30 or 40 tickets, because originally it was 200 and it sold out really fast, so they were able to double it. So
they expanded the space, didn't they? And they took it up to 400. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what's happening on Thursday night.
Okay, Brandon, do you want to take over? Friday night is your night.
Yeah, sure. So I don't know. At a lot of events, I like to go to Topgolf. It's been kind of a thing that I really enjoy. I have a couple Topgolfs in South Florida with me, and I'm a platinum member, so it gives me some benefits over there. And I just find that, you know, sometimes even though you can do a ton of drinking at Topgolf, it seems like my party is the one that people go to not have to get completely smashed, or, you know, it's almost like a break for your liver.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you can come out, you can have a couple beers, you know, a little bit of wine. It doesn't go till 2 or 3 or 4 in the morning, and you know we're doing something from 9 to 12.
Yeah.
So it's reasonable. The next day there's still sessions, so everyone that's interested in actually going to the sessions can head back, get a good night's sleep. And then everyone else that wants to party, I mean, things start getting going after midnight anyway. So the late crowd can go out afterwards. So I figured it was a good break. It involves a lot of fun hitting golf balls into targets, even if you're not good at golf. It's the way that they've done it is kind of like darts meets bowling meets golf.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't been to Top Golf, it's really fun. So you can hit the ball, and pretty much anywhere it goes out there, you're going to get some points for because it rates you how close you get to any given target. And then there's different things. But a lot of people come and don't even golf, so they just come out and network, talk.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, the way golf, it's pretty cool. I've been to a couple of Brandon's Top Golf events. It's kind of like a tradition for him, and they're like little lounges. They're actually called bays, but I'm sure he has several connected to each other. But they're like little lounges with nice little couches, kind of in a U shape, and a coffee table in the middle with snacks and stuff on them. So even if you're not a golf person or don't even have any interest in that, you're like, I don't want to go. Just the networking and the hanging out and the people that Brandon usually brings to his events, top notch. So. It's definitely worth going to his event just for the networking and the who you're going to meet there.
I appreciate that, Kevin. Yeah, this one I had to because I figured with how big SellerCon is and how many people I knew were already going, I knew that I was going to get more people. So I actually went ahead and booked instead of just getting a few bays. I got 4 bays plus a patio area behind it. So we've got room for anywhere from 80 to 100 people. And it should be a really fun event. But I'm looking forward to, as Kevin was saying, I mean, it's just 4 or more nights of just nonstop partying, and networking. And I probably won't go into any of the sessions. I was able to get a last minute ticket from somebody that couldn't make it. I wasn't even going to go into the event, but I'll probably end up just hanging out and talking in the general lounge area of the SellerCon conference and just hanging out and enjoying the people that, this is our network. And I think that the most powerful thing about going to these conferences is that you get to be around like-minded people. And one of the things that I've done in my life is that I stopped hanging out with a lot of people that were, not wanting to progress in their own lives. So if they were just, happy going home and playing video games, working a 9 to 5, and then complaining about how, their salary is capped. Those are people I don't really hang out with anymore. And those aren't the type of people that go to these events. These aren't the type of people that are sellers on Amazon that have their own businesses, that have driven their businesses to 6 and 7 and 8 figures. And, that I feel like when you're around people like the people that are going to be at SellerCon and be at these parties and events, it's empowering, and it helps motivate you to come back and work harder.
Yeah, exactly. Inspires you to reach a higher stage, doesn't it? You're always leveling up. So Saturday, Evelyn's got his thing. That's quite early. I don't think there's you could just turn up there. That's again, I put into the show notes. It's going to be near the MGM. That's from 5 till 7. Now, Steve, you've got like a Secret Santa's party, haven't you? Like there's a secret event that you're doing. I don't know if that's completely full yet. Is that completely full?
Yeah, it's all pretty much full up. Rich Goldstein basically has a very nice suite there in the MGM, and we basically just invited kind of advanced sellers and folks who are well known in the industry just to kind of come and hang out. Almost like a safe zone, and everybody takes a vow of silence when they come in, and we're gonna just kneel down and take a nap before the big parties that night.
Excellent. So do we get pillows and everything as well?
Yeah, well, it's already pre-pillowed. The whole room is pillowed out.
That'd be amazing.
There's yoga and what else, Steve? Pilates and some other stuff.
All of that.
Will you be serving tea there, Steve, as well?
That's the most exciting drink that will be there.
So we'll come to the alcohol-free event at your suite then?
Yeah, there actually may be some liquor and various drinks for those who wish to partake. But we know in Vegas, I think our thing is somewhere around 6 to 9 p.m. that night, which is just kind of like, the pre-party or the pre-meetup before the real hardcore party. Because Vegas it's well known for this, late night atmosphere. Personally, I'm too old for that stuff. As you may know, it's far, far outside of my realm of reason. But I know that there will be many people who will be very tired Sunday morning.
Yeah. But not too tired to go to Athena's event on Sunday. But Kevin, do you want to quickly chat about your event on Saturday night as well?
Yeah, sure. So, Steve had, it looks like on Saturday you have Ivelin's event at 5, and then you have Steve's event, Steve and Rich's event at 6, and then Amazing is doing their official VIP party, I think, from 9 to 11 in the Hakkasan Club there at the MGM, which is a pretty famous, one of the more famous clubs in Vegas. And that night at that club is one of the biggest DJs in the world. Tiesto is actually spinning, but he doesn't start till actually after the Amazing event gets over with. So the Amazing event's there, and then Tiesto comes on, like you said. It's a late night thing. He'll come on about 11:30 till probably about 3 to 4 in the morning. And so a group of us have gotten the one of the owners' VIP booths there. Costing about $12,000-13,000 for this booth, which includes I think like 11 bottles of alcohol and your own private bartender, your own private security, your own bathroom, and it's pretty nice. I've done it a couple times before with Tim Jordan and stuff, and I'm not really like Steve. I'm not really into that club scene. That's if I had to be out there on the floor, bumper to bumper with people, that would be not. I would run as far as away from that as I could, but being in one of these the VIP booths, and you get the light show and the music and the people that are in there, it's a lot of fun. And so we'll be doing that till the wee hours of the morning.
Excellent. And Athena, the finale Sunday. Talk me through what you've got going on.
Well, let's talk a little bit about SellerCon in general, because not only am I hosting the sort of after party event, but I'm also hosting all the networking lunches that are happening every day.
Excellent.
So that's with SellerCon. I'm being part of Amazing.com's VIP lunches. So those are every day at noon for an hour and a half. And those are really valuable for new people and larger sellers, because you're able to connect with people you wouldn't normally meet. A lot of these other events, a lot of the people that go, they kind of know each other. So at the larger networking events that Amazing's hosting, I feel like you can connect with people you hadn't met before. And I've actually met, you wouldn't believe some of the people I've met at the networking lunches for Amazing. I met Angie Chacon at those lunches. I met Dan Ashburn, who's now my partner, at one of those events. So I think those are quite lovely.
One of the things that's, just not to interrupt you, Athena, but that's a good point about the networking thing. One of my points that I make at these events is, we're talking about all this nighttime stuff that I'm doing, Brandon's doing, and Steve's doing, and those are the people that know each other. But what I do is, like at Athena's lunch that she's hosting, when I go in there, I try to sit at a table with people I don't know. I will deliberately not sit with my quote unquote buddies or whatever if I can get away with it. I'd rather go sit at a table with 12 people or whatever that I don't know, because it's a great opportunity over that hour and a half to extend your network and meet other people.
Absolutely. I've met sellers that are doing, 8 figures on Amazon that no one had ever met before. They just are on their own, and you kind of connect with them. And then I've met people who are brand new, who are brilliant. Like, they're just a wonderful place to meet some great people. But I will tell you, since the beginning of my time in the Amazon community, my very first event, which was ASM 4, I hosted a dinner with 100 people at Treasure Island, believe it or not. And so I've always been very involved in the networking of this world, the whole Amazon community. And I'm going to be hosting an event on Sunday starting at 7 p.m. And I'm actually working with a gentleman who's one of the most connected people in Vegas. And he designed a very VIP, posh event. We're going to be picked up by these lovely buses. And then we're going to be taken to a very nice steakhouse restaurant. And we're going to be having a great dinner there with everyone, which is going to be nice, because I feel like some of these other things are pretty wild. The open bars, the very loud music. The first part of this, I wanted it to be so that we can actually talk. So some people are going to only opt for the dinner, the ones that are a little too partied out. And then those of us who are interested, we're going to be going to one of the newest and hottest clubs in Vegas called Chaos. And what I love about Chaos is it's massive. So they've got like these beautiful pool with this huge statue coming out, and there's going to be private cabanas that we are going to be using, and those are by the pool area. So if you want to just kind of relax and chat, you can. Or if you want to go into the club atmosphere and actually dance, you're also able to. But doing this as long as I have, I know you kind of need options for different people. I know, Steve, you know, if you're with us, you'd probably be in the dance floor, like hitting it up, of course, with like double fisting drinks and such.
Not everybody can roll.
Not everyone can handle Steve's level of party.
We're going to do a birthday song for Steve at this event as well. We're going
to we need to do
a
that.
medley. Yeah.
You're both capable.
But I'm really excited to be kind of hosting the last night because I feel like there's just so much going on. I personally have to be able to speak every day. But at the end, it's kind of like we let our hair down, SellerCon's over, and we're able to like really connect. So I'm very excited that you guys are going to be attending. There's some really great people attending, and it's going to be lovely. And there's still some tickets left. I actually just released the tickets 2 days ago because we were getting finalized info, but they're going quick. We have 2 private cabanas left out of the 5. So if anybody wants to join us in the private cabanas, they can.
Cool. Sounds good. Should we just want to run through the lineup? It'd be rude not to actually talk about the SellerCon event. So we know that Matt Clark, Jason Katzenbach, and of course, UK man here, Rich Henderson, they'll all be speaking at the event. And I'll probably butcher his name, but the guy who done Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which was an amazing book for me in 2012 when I read that, that changed a lot for me, which is Robert Kiyosaki, I think it's Kiyosaki.
You did it, Danny.
I did it. Okay, and then you got Dave Asprey from Bulletproof. I can't drink the coffee no more, but I used to love that. I read a lot of these books as well. Headstrong was one of the most recent ones, which is a really good book. One I don't know him, but one of my favorite marketers is definitely Ezra Firestone. On a technical level. Ezra
is a gem. I know him quite well. Yeah. He's lovely.
Yeah, he's a fanboy from afar. I really rate what he does. Very impressed with his work. There's Ryan Daniel Moran as well, who's going to be at the event. Greg Mercer. I'm just trying to think who else is there. Brad Moss. There's a few others here as well, just kind of isolated.
Oh, do you know who's going to be speaking? Karen Thomas. She's lovely. I've known her a long time.
Yes.
Tomer is a genius.
Oh yeah, Tomer Rabovich, isn't it? He's from over from Europe.
Yes, he's amazing. Karen Waxman's amazing. Obviously, Kian Golzari, who I do China with, is phenomenal. He's speaking. Dan Ashburn is also speaking.
Yes, that's right. Who do you guys want to see? I know that maybe you not make them into every single session. Kevin, who would you like to see in the lineup?
Kawasaki is the one that I'll make sure I'm there for, and then the other one is Mike McClary. Mike McClary from Amazing. He usually brings it and usually has some sort of new little advanced kind of thing to share, and so I definitely look forward to seeing what he's got.
Excellent.
Mike's one of the most wonderful humans on this earth, just so everyone's aware.
What about? Sorry,
I'm looking forward to Ezra as well. We've been spending a ton of time on chatbots and social media marketing and growing our lists to be able to launch messenger lists and groups and building brands off of Amazon. He is just absolutely a genius when it comes to that stuff. Yes. He has his own funnels, his own way of retargeting, which is something that I want to continue to get better at. Mm-hmm. I find that you have to lower your cost per acquisition, and the best way to do that is to pixel people or to be able to re-engage with them at different stages, and he lays it out and knows he's got it down. So I'm looking forward to that. There are a few other speakers that are absolutely brilliant. I like Dan, Athena's partner. He's really bright, and I think it's Kawasaki is probably an icon in the entrepreneurship or in small investment startup world. Just some of his insights are invaluable, and I'm interested to see what he says, what he thinks the trends are moving forward, because he's usually pretty spot on.
His other one's the quadrants. I forget the name of it, but it talks about the 4 quadrants that everybody is in, and that's a very enlightening book too. If you haven't taken a look at that.
No, I need to check that. What about you, Steve? Is there anyone particular? I know that you know most of the lineup. Is there anyone that you're keen to see at the event?
Well, again, on a tactical front, I always like listening to Rich Goldstein because he's going to be talking about patents and particularly how to use design patents for Amazon sellers as both defense mechanisms as well as offense when necessary.
Yeah.
I think that's important for people to know about. On the strategic front, I love John Mackey. He's the former kind of CEO of Whole Foods, and Sarah Blakely, the founder CEO of Spanx. Both of those on the big picture level. These are billionaires who are, coming to talk, and they'll probably catch my attention for a bit. So yeah, but most of the time I do hang out outside because the networking I always still find to be so valuable, and all these great speakers, it's kind of like it pulls you. There's a gravity that pulls you to the some of these greats, and then there's the conversations out in the hallway. So it's good to be flexible.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
So
Sleep now, everyone.
when's everyone arriving? I'm going to be arriving in on Thursday. When you guys landing?
I get in Wednesday afternoon.
Me too. I get in Wednesday afternoon.
Also
And Brandon?
Thursday.
You're Thursday, Steve. And Brandon, yourself?
Yeah, I'm landing Wednesday afternoon as well, probably just in time for lunch.
Cool.
Come say hi, and if you find me and want to meet anyone, let me know. I love connecting people, so I'll introduce you. Don't ever be shy to come up to us because we're here to help you. That's why we go.
Sounds good. Anyone got parting words before we go?
No, I just hope to
Viva
see
Las
everybody.
Vegas!
It's gonna be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, SellerCon 2019. I'm so excited.
Excellent. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us, guys. I'll see you again in a few days' time. Take care.